Hello and welcome, my dear ladies and gentlemen, to the best arcade, not only of Starcraft 2. This is a little bit fake information here. And also, why the hell is this written with Z? Isn't it like forbidden? Like, I don't know how it is in other countries, but here in Germany there was like some politics about this letter. I'll just leave it like this because everything else would be unnecessary for this game and would create some unnecessary conflicts. Anyway, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the best arcade Starcraft 2 Desert Strike 1338 together with your Uran. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special day. Not only because the day was good, for me at least, and that's why we, first of all, the most important, we are going to celebrate and reward ourselves for the very productive day with a very good result. With a cup of coffee. And recently, I mean, here you have to like give me a bit of time so that the motor is floating, yeah, because today it is really special day. We received a replay first time. I mean, not the first time, second time I believe, but the first time was a bit, I was not able to cast these replays because because I opened the replays too late, and there was then an update, and then, your version is too old, my friend. What are you going? Go back to school. Yeah, I couldn't cast the replays because it was game was updated, and then the version of replays was too old. But I could somehow cast older. Okay. For celebrating this special happening, I was in Dubai 5 seconds ago, and teleported. I don't know whether you watched Naruto or Naruto Shippuden. I don't know, both maybe. There are a couple of characters who can teleport from one dimension into another, and yeah. So I was in Dubai and collected some Dubai chocolate. I hope you are well prepared. I need to think also to maybe, I will mention this. The replay, I mean, since I mention all the time, from who, I mean, mostly, I would say the most replays of what I cast come from Elemento, but let's say all the replays that I casted before, I mean, let's say not all, but maybe I don't remember some stuff. Let's say 90% of the replays that I already casted came from Elemento and StarLuk. Thank you for this. And now this makes it special. First casted replay comes from my good friend FireLord. This is a 2 versus 2 as I see. I guess doesn't matter. We just dive into the action before the game gets updated, and then this version of the replay is then too old. we have Didi and StarLuk playing Terran Zerg versus Zerg. FlyFishing and FireLord. Honestly, here I can already say that this team supposed to win. But I guess Didi gonna do something. So we will have some surprise maybe. From StarLuk I expect clean, solid gameplay. Here we can close some eyes a bit on something. FireLord spawns. What is he doing, my friends? This is tutorial, my friends. First thing what we are gonna do when we spawn is, I mean, okay, you see this already on the minimap that there is creep, so you don't need to check. You see already that your Zerg, that your teammate is Zerg. But okay, at least he checks, did his teammate take gas? No, he didn't. He decided to push, so you help. I mean, I'm not a 2 versus 2 master, but I will just say stuff that that in my logic seems to be right. So if one guy pushes in 2 versus 2, I believe it makes sense that you push with him together. Or, I don't know, don't nail me on this. Ask Didi if you want to have some professional 2 versus 2 tips. Didi or Zoezudo, these two guys are really, like, you guys, my friends, or 90% of you guys, you are here, and Didi and Zoezudo in 2 versus 2 here. This I mean really. I got my... Okay, FireLord decided not to push, okay. So what I'm expecting in a normal situation, Zerg, roaches, and here hopefully not vultures, but pre-stimmed marines with marauders. This seems for me like easy GG, instant. Okay, FireLord does not push because he doesn't want to reveal his race, which is also clever, because there can be some DTs, some cloaked Benjis or whatever. So, okay. But at the same time, I want to say that like this is like a lottery in my opinion, because if you don't push in a 2 versus 2 and check, I mean, here it's a bit strange. Don't say that this guy tier 2. Okay. Honestly, this guy we have seen. Okay, FlyFishing is pushing Zerg. This guy can actually just scan FireLord at I don't know, let's say 15 seconds, and well, actually I wanted to say that yeah, okay, for this Zerg needs to do some, you know, what I wanted to say is that StarLuk is making some stuff, and then, okay, no, forget, this would be too complicated. No, sorry. I just want to say that if Zergs, just to make everything simple and not complex, if Zergs get scanned, even if he gets scanned at, let's say, 15 seconds, he won't be able, there's absolutely no chance, even if you're a Grandmaster and have 5 billions APM, you won't be able to build inside 14 seconds, let's say, 800 minerals. Or, okay, maybe you will, but not like 1200, because it, yeah. That's in my understanding, with next wave I would push, because with the next wave, if this guy would be Terran and would blindly make Marines, then he would, without any scan, be able to, you know, surprise with an attack and take the cannon. That's why third minute in this case, like, or this wave, is the time to push. This is like, how is it called? Like, it must. He needs to push. In my opinion, he really needs to push this wave. And this would be really very sad. Oh, okay. At the same time, StarLuk was a bit unlucky. And Didi still waits for what? The coffee tastes better if you play Desert Strike. Here also some small thing. If you see that you have more army and you're able to kill the enemy without if you see you are overpowered in this wave, then don't make upgrades and save the money for upgrades and do instead some more units for the next wave. And there do the upgrades. Always do the upgrades when there is some tricky situation, when it can really decide, you know. Some shit coming out of my nose. Let's see, StarLuk. Oh, StarLuk, my friend. What is this? Why would you upgrade here weapons? For what? You think you can beat this with 4-5 roaches? Oh god. Oh, my friends, what is this? How can I say such things like Zoezudo and Didi? I mean, okay, Zoezudo for sure. I see more stable gameplay from him. But this is like, I don't know, this seems for me like some other Didi is playing here. Or someone else playing Didi's account. Okay, so they were like chatting here. StarLuk probably asked Didi, push? Question mark. And then Didi, yeah, let's push. I will do vultures next game. Look what I will show you what I really didn't like. Why would he, like, look, you can do here 2 marauders, my friend. 240 minerals, this is 2 marauders. Instead, what is he doing? He's doing upgrades for army that has not spawned yet. Okay, good. So this is like the champion, 2 versus 2 champion, or I don't know. Topic about things that you can do better and different in this time. I'm sorry, Didi, that I say this, but you do first army, and then when your army is on the way, you do then the upgrades. Of course, I understand you need to save money for pre-stim. This is correct. But instead of these shields, I would rather make a marauder. Especially in a situation where the Zergs have not even hydras. And okay, gas, this is a stuff. Normally, I know that StarLuk is not taking gas. But with Didi, I also like you need to adapt. Like not Didi needs to adapt to you, but you need to adapt to Didi, because if he takes gas, then probably you also need to take gas. Also, another thing, if you are Terran, the key player in this game, of all four, players, if you are in such situation in a 2 versus 2, and your camera is here, you need always to see what happens on the, like, if you do such things like pre-stim, you need to, like, guys, this makes me a bit disappointed. Or maybe should I say, Didi, I'm proud of you. You are really very good. First, you need to see that it is worth to do pre-stim, worth for the battlefield. Because otherwise, if it is not worth, then your pre-stim is wasted and you will not stack together with your Zerg. This means that your wave, your Marines, the stim will always be triggered by the pre-waves of your enemies. So you need always not see here what is happening, but see this. With pre-stim, you always have to see here. Like, look, imagine, okay, you can see the minimap. Okay, I agree. Maybe Didi is playing on a 2 kilometer monitor and then he sees. But I for sure need to see what is happening there. Okay, he sees. Oh, wow. Couple of roaches. Great. Okay, Didi, I take the swords back. Okay. He sees. Maybe I can pre-stim. But actually, the most important, picture is this. Now, like, for me, you need like to decide in 1 second. Is it worth to pre-stim or not? Like here you have a couple of hydras, zerglings, and couple of roaches. StarLuk, on the other side, has no zerglings. I mean, he has, but they got penetrated sideways, anal and oral, and I don't know which holes zerglings also have. And I don't know, for me, here it's a bit, I think I wouldn't make here stim, because I believe I wouldn't be able to save, I mean, maybe 1 or 2 roaches. For example, if I see this picture, I mean, okay, yeah, this is a bit too early. He already spawned. But you saw the previous waves, okay? And you saw also, you saw with the previous waves, you saw what FireLord is doing. You saw his army, and you saw what StarLuk has. So you can think, can StarLuk win what FireLord has? I would probably not. I believe, like, this is my expectation. I believe there are maximum 2 roaches. Let's see. Okay, this one and this one you can delete. Like, this is 3 HP, this is 11 HP. So actually there are like 2 roaches. Yeah. Okay. No marauders. Marauders are very, very, very important in such thing, my friend. Both players are pushing. This means they will get their hydras later. You can get your marauders now. And guess what? Marauders are doing additional damage against roaches. But of course you need some kind of Didi probably read, StarLuk, my friend, are you stupid? Do here shield upgrade so that I can save your roaches. Come on, do it, StarLuk. You don't have money, you. Look, StarLuk is making probably upgrade, right? Is he making? No, he's not. Oh wow, okay, here. This is very good. This is, I like, very good to see. 0 gas hydras. This is what I usually do to avoid such thing. So I will just tell you shortly what I would do against such tactic when, for example, roaches try to stack, or actually Didi Marines try to stack with roaches. Orange is now getting, with middle, orange is now getting this one. This means he needs higher damage per seconds units to get higher damage per seconds units as fast as possible. This means, this is, I also in the past, in this 3 versus 3 pro 3 versus 3s, I always did this. I was 0 gas going tier 2 hydras, because you need to kill these roaches as fast as possible to prevent marines to save them. Here I probably would make roach speed, but this I very like. Let's see, can I read FireLord gameplay? Yeah, doesn't matter, I will just continue. Wait, we need to see his money. Look, he has, is this FireLord? Is this FireLord bank? Where I can see resource. FireLord is purple. Okay, 146, look at this. Okay, I think, see, this is the thing what I mean. This is the thing what I mean. I was you remember I was talking about in which the timing to do units upgrades or researches, like upgrades are weapon and shield upgrade, but I'm talking about the researches, like for example burrow, speed, pre-steam. You need to see, is it worth? Does it fit to the battle scenario right now? FireLord has brain. Everyone has brain, but some people are using it more, some people are using it less. And this is what we call intelligence quotients and stuff. So FireLord sees, is he seeing it? Okay, he's not seeing it, but in my opinion, if I would see this, is it worth to save this? Probably not. That's why it's not worth to make the speed yet. Let's see. He checks, you see? He checks and then automatically make a conclusion from this what he sees. Pretty sure he will upgrade it later when the upgrade fits. What did he upgrade? Damn, I was looking into my coffee. He upgrades shields, or? Yeah, StarLuk has already shields because probably Didi told him to do. And now Pristim, okay, Pristim comes. Without Maraudas, this is huge mistake in my opinion. Look at this. Didi, my friend, this is, you suck. Look. They are not even Hydras or Zerglings. Like against me, he plays like sweats, like. But against like, yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. I remember I need like to sweat like, when I play against him in 1 versus 1 or in 2 versus 2. And he beat me very easy. But this here I see some like day 1 beginner mistakes. Or maybe day 2. Or day 9. Or day Z. Oh no, sorry. Let's see FireLord. In my opinion, I think I would make here the upgrade. Okay, here not. But then I guess next wave. Or... he decided to go Hydras, okay. With 0 gas. He checks. Sooner or later he needs to research burrow and speed, in my opinion. Especially when there are a lot of Hydras later. You need to save them to have a very good damage per second, to have, you know, units damage per second against... Yeah, this situation for StarLuk sucks now. I know he wants to skip Hydras and go, you know, Queens for supporting the Broodlords, but actually with this, like the great minus of all this is that you make the Zerg armies stuck, because you yourself have only roaches. These queens does only heal, so this will like battle, and then there will be more Zerg, and okay, Terran can priest him. Okay. Aha. Burrow. So he decided to research it now. Okay, Burrow you can research anytime, but I was thinking somehow about speed. Actually, you can take gas at this situation. When the Zergs have already, especially both Hydras, this means they have a lot of DP damage per second units. There's very little chance to stack. You can take them easy gas. Did you see this? He first checked the battlefield and then took gas. I also do this, and I think it's right. Not like, okay, I will do some Hydra, then some Roach. What time? We are 9:30. I think it's time to get first gas. No, you first check what happens and then make conclusion. Okay, looks good, easy mid. Let's take gas. Oops. See, Pristim is not working anymore. You need to do this in the early of the game. In my opinion, the great mistake was, it's not great mistake, but I know Didis have a bit different playstyle, but if you decide to do such tactic, then you need first to do it with 0 gas and not hoping that this tactic will work even if you take first gas. I mean, it can work, but if there are some different players, then it can be hard. Okay, seems like there is no speed. There was not even speed needed. So I guess it's gonna be like this. StarLuk prepares for his brutes, queens. And they are trying, yeah, I'm interesting. They are gonna try to save it in the late game with brute and tanks. These races have for sure better chances for the late game, in my opinion. But honestly, you know what? I was just saying, I will just correct myself. I was just saying brutes and tanks. In my opinion, the strategy that would win this fight is Didi makes Thor, tanks, mechanical units. Do you see me, by the way? It's pretty dark here. Okay, you see. Mechanical units. With this tank Thor composition, he will force the Zergs to do brutes. And guess what is making StarLuk? He will make Corruptors. This is my opinion. Because brutes, in my opinion, are needed against, especially against, like, I'm not talking about 1 versus 1. There in ZVZ you need brutes maybe to, like, create some shit lotto situation. But in my opinion, against Zerg, as a Zerg player, you don't do brutes, you do Corruptors. And brutes I do only against Protoss, against Colossus, or Terran against Mech. So let's see. And, you know, click the mistakes of StarLuk in this video. Pretty sure somehow that since I'm talking like about brutes and tanks, probably StarLuk gonna make brutes, Didi gonna make tanks. But sometimes you need to do a bit different. Yeah, okay, this seems to be a bit weird game, honestly. Yeah. I mean, sorry that I say weird, but it's just weird for me to see so many medivacs. Like, I have feeling he has more medivacs than marines. So if you have no power to shoot, I mean, if you have medivacs that heal, then it would make also sense to make upgrades on shields. Yeah, the medivacs were very efficient. In my opinion, FireLord needs to do brutes later. And FlyFishing corruptors. Corruptors and maybe a couple of brutes. FlyFishing made brute. Okay. First brute from FireLord. I have a feeling I'm a bit ill, my friends. This is not so good. You know, I hate to be ill. Many people like to be ill because they think, oh great, now I can chill at home, eat, watch Netflix, scratch S, X, or maybe scratch holes. But for me, being ill is a punishment, because I cannot then go to the forest, I cannot then do some training outside, see, this is in my opinion not... I would do it different, but okay. Okay. Now I will say some stuff. Analysis. So, I made the conclusion that when I play with Didi, then I somehow need to try to adapt to Didi. To see what he is doing. And then making something. So, if I would be StarLuk, yeah, because I need to adapt to Didi, I see he took gas. Okay, I am Zerg. I honestly would do still, even if I see Didi takes gas, I would probably still stay 0 gas. But okay, you can take gas. This is absolutely forgivable. Yeah. But this obviously not. If I see, oh, Didi is making 5 billions of medivacs, then I probably wouldn't make queens. I would, you know, what I don't want is to let Zergs stack. And for this you need more Hydras. Even if they are useless, but the goal is to avoid Zergs stacking. For this you need more Hydras. Okay. Next thing, what you need to think, what can the Zergs do in the late game? How can they beat us? Are they stupid enough and do only mass ground and to win only with mass ground? No, probably not. Because Didi hopefully recognizes that he's the only one who has splash damage units, tanks. He probably gonna do them. You can rely on it. So we have splash damage on the ground. Someone needs to take care of air. So if Didi makes tanks, then maybe I need to do corruptors against air. I mean, I know that this is good combination, brutes and tanks, yes, but in my opinion, more... I mean, problems what will make later in late game are not the mass insects on the ground, it's the brutes. So you need to take care of them because yeah. This brute is actually right now doing nothing. And only because brute tank tactic is good, it doesn't mean that it is against Zergs also good. Sometimes you need to think a bit and yeah. But I understand. Okay, if he makes now Kraptas, then I take everything. And forgive me, StarLuk, then I take everything back. Come on, make Kraptas, please. You see, right, that you need, Kraptas. You need them. Like, look at this. There are 4, now 7. Oh, he continues with Brutlots, okay. Yeah, okay, maybe I'm stupid. Because 1 versus 1 is different. Maybe StarLuk is the mastermind and he wants with his brutes to actually force the double Zergs to do corruptors. This can also be possible. Because he thinks he can as a single Zerg in this team outmass the double Zergs Brutlots. Maybe he can do this, yeah. How many Broodlots do we have here? 3. And even though we took us earlier, huh? And how many broodlords we have here? 3 and 4, 7. Yeah, it can be hard, I think, a bit. But nothing is impossible. You just need to believe in yourself, then everything is possible. See, imagine, I mean, okay, I can understand, but imagine, I believe you would survive even without these 4 broodlords till 20 minutes. And imagine now to have this money, yeah, to have not only these 4 broodlords, but also tier 3 upgrade into corruptors. See, these broodlords are just chilling and shooting. Nobody takes care of them. The only thing what is here to attack air is this queens. I don't know, hydras, what range should they have? 6? 7. See, the broodlords, they are actually dying by their own lifetime. I'm sorry for like pointing out some mistakes. I also do mistakes and I'm also sucking ass sometimes. Oh, so actually StarLuk forced FlyFishing to do corruptors. Okay. Maybe the plan works. So if I was, for example, here on FireLord situation, I would only make mass broodlords from the moment where I could. And if I was fly fishing, yeah, now he's making a bit. I would strive. I mean, if I would see that StarLuk now finally claps in the chat, StarLuk reacts and makes corruptors. I would probably even sell these hydras, because in this mass, these hydras will probably also do not much. But okay, so if I was fly fishing in this situation, I would try to have my money invested more into corruptors, but at the same time try to support also FireLord with some couple of broodlords, so that in total we have together more than StarLuk in the end of the day. Because you know, it's not only about broodlords. I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe these broodlords will make the change, but I would do at fly fishing situation corruptors against StarLuk's corruptors. And StarLuk actually makes broodlords or what? He sells this to make broodlords. What? Okay. So then the idea was, I guess, okay, the idea was a bit more clever than I thought. I guess the mastermind idea was that StarLuk makes mass broodlords Yeah, probably this was the idea. To force people to do only corruptors. And then this guy makes mass marines to react on corruptors. But yeah, with this stacking, I don't know. Do the marines do something? I mean, first of all, the marines are engaging purple first. Let's see. Okay, here the corruptors come. I mean, I don't know, am I stupid, or don't you think that I honestly believe that here are corruptors missing. I mean, look, imagine, even though FlyFishing has no corruptors, imagine like in this situation, StarLuk has the domination of air with corruptors. He would pulverize these broodlords, and in my opinion, this pack would overwhelm them. Look, see, this shoots without any punishment. There's okay, Vikings in my opinion bad. These paper planes are like sucking ass. FireLord decided to do something. Okay. If I was, for example, playing here with FireLord together, I mean, he doesn't need to do this. He can do whatever he wants. But if I was here, I would for sure, for example, you see corruptors coming. First, I would see tanks. There are masses of tanks and there are masses of brutes. So what does this mean, my friends? This means that your shit units that are on the ground that you did in the beginning of the game are now completely useless. These couple of roaches and queens you can sell. You can sell and make stack units, because now it's about stack game. You need to do broodlords and something against this shit. Imagine here would be more corruptors. Then I believe... I mean, of course it depends on... Yeah, I would first see and observe, is my ground army still surviving? Is my ground army still doing something useful? If I would see they are doing, then I wouldn't sell it. But if I see, like here, okay, actually there are not many tanks. Where the hell are they? If I would see here, let's say, the double amount or triple amount of these tanks, then probably I would. Man, it's so dark. Yeah, you still see my face. I'm in your... Maybe I'm really like from yesterday or so. Look, this is already some couple of corruptors. Okay, they are dying. Okay. Well, I would be very interested whether my suggestion would work more efficient. I somehow believe if I would sell these things here and do combination of broodlords and corruptors, I believe this plan here of marines, broodlords wouldn't work. Maybe I'm stupid. If I would see in a match that I would lose with this, then of course I would agree and admit that this what StarLuk and Didi are doing is the better way. But somehow in my logic it makes sense. See, there are still no corruptors from the enemy team. StarLuk thinks that corruptors are for noobs and low minus players. He thinks like, oh, I have overseers, I can show you how to counter corruptors. Who knows? It seems not bad. About infestors I really don't know, my friend. And about this, this usually you do for corruptors. Okay, he probably do this against Tors. But if I would, you know, if I have brutes, then I wouldn't do overseers. Okay, I mean, yeah, looks like it works. Okay, I would again say that here I would for sure make only broodlords. Somehow, I believe this would be the more way. And the guy with mass corruptors should, in my opinion, be this here. But this was supposed to happen here. Because you always have to think about waves. When you fight here, then this means that this guy for sure gets this guy. And this guy gets for sure this guy. So here we have brutes against mech, corruptors against brutes. But of course, if you come back here, if you let them play their game, then you have then more a situation that this guy fights actually then red instead of green. And brutes, okay, now fight brutes. I think immediately, if I see the situation, I would immediately react and sell here everything and make only brutes and corruptors. Here, the same situation. Because this gets really a bit scary. Seems like I have to play also some 2 versus 2 to see whether I can back up my words. Great. Oh, I was somehow thinking first that I don't understand this. StarLuk refuses to do corruptors. Here he really needs to understand that here the Zergs will stack more on the base. Because the distance to get together is really close. I mean, okay, there's this experiment of Medivacs, Overseer, Corruptors. But I don't know, you can't beat this. With this, you can't, I believe, beat Corruptors. Yeah, it was, in my opinion, it is a pretty sweaty game. I guess all players were probably sweating here pretty hard. These two people played very, very different. This is now too late, my friend. What do you do, my friend? What? Do you see how many Corruptors there are already? Nine plus what's this? No, actually this is 8. Yeah. 8 plus 6, 14. 14 plus 15. 29 Corruptors, my friends. And you decide to do now. Okay. These guys, I think you are like playing here. For me, it seems like before I saw some plan, but now I see some lotto. Like, oh, maybe let's try this. Maybe this works. How the hell you do like tank, Tor? You should stick with this and not start to do these paper planes. Have you seen how many Corruptors there are? Do you think that paper planes can do something here? Why he... Yeah, okay. Didi. Sooner or later, you know, when the game is so hard in the late, the mass broodlords, they will outmass the Marines. Only in the beginning, like here, you saw that Didi makes Marines, and then, oh, they like push back. But now, there are too many broodlords. Now you can forget the Marines. StarLuk is, wait, Didi is trying to priest him here. Something like he priest him against the wall of death. Oh, Okay, somehow I missed from where this corruptor suddenly came, or maybe he constantly did something. And now I come back to my words. My goodness, I think I really have to put some light. So what do the brute, like, can you outmass alone with your brutes? These brutes, my friend? It was a nice idea. Somehow it looked not bad. Wait, let's see how fast these paper planes die. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I believe, you know, if I was Didi, okay, I will just let this game to the end, and then I will say some professional words. I have to admit that this idea of mass broodlords, mass medivacs, mass marines to counter corruptors, it was an extraordinary idea, but in the end of the day, you face in the late game mass broodlords and mass corruptors. For my understanding, an efficient here I have to say that okay, here I'm not sure about these infestors, honestly. I believe mass, what I would do about maybe 5 to 10 minutes ago, I would sell here everything like hydras, roaches, queens, maybe not, but I would replace it with broodlords and corruptors, because these are now the units that dominate the late game. They have very good stack potential. Here I would probably do the same. Here, in my opinion, I would play a bit different. I mean, later you need to understand that two Zergs, they will dominate the air. You cannot do... Here I liked everything. Instead, yeah, okay, this medivacs, okay, a bit... Mesh units, good, but you cannot do, like... when the air gets dominated, you can't, like, think that I will just make some air units and then everything will be fine. These units, better not. Here, I think, I don't know, this okay. It seems like you needed to do these preloads for this extraordinary strategy with Marines, Medivacs. But I mean, since you are alone, Zerg here and facing later Brutlots and Corruptors, I would focus only on one thing. And this probably would be mass Corruptors. Because yeah, it's just mathematically somehow for me not useful to do broodlots against two Zergs with probably also broodlots. Eight. 11 broodlords. Look, alone FireLord has already more. 8, 11, 12, 13. 13, like 19, 20. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do this infestors. But okay, maybe like everyone has his own, its own gameplay style. I can just say my opinion. Maybe these infestors are actually also not bad against the Thors, like for a Thor, yeah, for this. Okay, maybe Elemental would for sure disagree with me. Infestors, he likes infestors, and I believe infestors with combination of brutes are very good against mechanical units. I think I cannot speak. It's something in my throat. Yeah, I need to take some tablette. As a prophylaxis. How many hours? 1 hour. Okay. Yeah, okay. All right, my friends. Guys, if you don't like something what I said, you give dislike. This is all you can do. Also, you can write comment, of course, if you want. I said my opinion that, in my opinion, I believe that first, like in the beginning, it was already a bit messy. What I didn't like was that timing of pre-steam was not good. You, I think, needed to maybe either do it earlier with 0 gas or maybe later in a better time, because otherwise the steam is just wasted, and then when you get some previous units and you know, pre-steam, your steam gets lost. And also, what I also very didn't like was that in the beginning, like, I don't know, is there some allergy against marauders or what? No marauders. There were only roaches. Zerg needs to get tier 2 to get hydras. He has only roaches. You need to do marauders against roaches. Especially with pre-steam, with roaches in front of you. As a late game, I for sure have to say that tank Thor is the way to go for the Terran. No Vikings, because the air gets completely, like, you know, penetrated from corruptors, and I believe the other Zerg needs to focus only on one thing, and this I would do for sure corruptors. You know, Terran dominates with splash damage ground, and you need to help with air. Full clean air needs to be, so that Thors shoot only on the ground. Okay, this is already a pretty long replay. FireLord, I thank you very much for this. I'm sorry, I need a bit slow down my voice, because I don't want to overuse it. Something is wrong a bit, I feel it. Yeah, you can write under the commentary whether you don't need to write. You can also tell me later whether you agree what I say, or whether, I mean, I for sure have to admit I like this idea of that you do, like, if I understand it correctly, StarLuk, you wanted to do like this. You make mass broodlords, and then master game plan with broodlords, you force your enemy to do corruptors, and then guess what? Your best friend Didi has the counter for it, and these are mass marines. But if they both later have mass broodlords, then mass marines does not work anymore. And then we are back if the broodlords of both zergs stuck. You are in a situation that you invested into broods and then have no anti-air. Stairs of war, what 22? Where are the whole people? Wait, this guy is actually playing Desert Strike, or? Okay, no, sorry. Someone else. Okay. I believe I will stop here, or maybe we see some lobby. Is there maybe something like recension? Lol, 26th June, 25. This is like completely fresh. Go. Lobby link. Darkness. Is this guy? Yeah. Okay, my friends. I will not spend your take your time anymore. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, curious, and motivated. And yeah, see you in next videos. I need, I believe, to respond on a couple of comments. I also saw there's some email. God, I missed this. How I missed this? And yeah, I saw there's some email from Elemento also. I need to check it, and then I would say, yeah, thanks for watching, my friends, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.